Good morning all and welcome to Quadball Australia's 2023 State Shield. My name is Cameron Walker.
And this is Jacob Sutherland, joining you live from the UNSW Village Green. Great day today, Cameron.
Fantastic venue and beautiful weather for our teams today here at State Shield. Really excited between this matchup, Queensland Thunderbirds versus the New South Wales Bluebottles.
Just looking to get started in the next couple of minutes. Teams exiting their huddles, finalising strategy, sorting lineups. What do you think they'll line up with, Cameron?
I expect to see more of a dominant stacking of the lineup from Bluebottles to try and get off to an early start and put some momentum to the game. Queensland, we expect to have a lot of depth in their squad, so we should see a bit more of a balanced startup. Simon Span looks to be walking over the starting line. Historically, Queensland's starting chaser. Got the green headband on for us today. Historically, these teams have fed fairly evenly between each other. However, recently, I think Queensland has taken more dominance. That can be seen due to more intake of players into the national program. Bluebottles having more of a focus on intake of newer talent, being the B team from their state.
Now we know Thunderbirds coming in with a slightly shorter roster than the Bluebottles. Early speculation was that was partly due to some injuries and niggles. So obviously Aaron Seibel and Will Arnold's dropping out of the squad, sadly. But also perhaps maybe a bit of tactical choice in there as well, where it allows their dominant ball carriers like Lindley and Span a little bit more time on the pitch.
Yeah. And as known from Quadball Australia's 2023 State Shield, this tournament will be played under a 3-max rule. So all teams today, unless given an exception, will be playing with a 3-max gender rule, and both Queensland Thunderbirds and New South Wales Bluebottles will be adhering to that rule.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer there, really, especially when you look at the sort of lineup of Queensland. I expect they would have played 3-3 anyway, rule or not. Probably the same with the Bluebottles, which is really good. So we see the starting lines come out. Queensland having a very drop bears heavy contingent. We've got Creffield and Luna in the beating lineup, with Lindley going for the quad ball, Span in the green, and Jess Head rounding out the chasing lineup with K-San Hockey.
And for the Bluebottles, we've got Brendan McMorrow running for the quad ball, Chris Collins contesting the bludger, Charlotte Wen infiltrating, Eden Hodges the keeper, Jackson Flynn as the other beater, and Brearley as the final chaser.
Now this will be a very interesting run for the quad ball here. Josh Lindley, probably Australia's first choice quad ball runner, you'd have to say. But Brendan McMorrow, don't sleep on him. Very, very talented athlete. So, and with the choice of sides as well. So this will be a very interesting pick. How do you see the bludger battle going here?
I'm predicting Chris Collins to get this based on using his physicality. He's very good at positioning his body for these starting runs. I predict Chris Collins or Jackson Flynn, one of whom will be subbing off to allow, I believe, Chloe Muir into the game early. Head ref Logan Davis asking the teams if they're ready. Brooms up here at Village Green. McMorrow with the coffee. Decides to hold. Hodge coming in.
Picked that up with ease as well, McMorrow.
Beaters in position. Choosing to set up in the half court. Hodge with the quad ball. Directing traffic.
Luna and Colin straight into the physical battle.
Shifting the ball behind to draw Simon Span up. Charlotte Wen with the ball. Pass over to Amber. Drawing K-San Hockey out. Beat from Creffield. Drops the quad ball on the ground. Queensland recover. Successful defense from Queensland. Bottles probably getting a little bit too tight on the offense there. Needed to use their spacing a little bit better.
Typical offense from the Bottles, though, isn't it? That's exactly how we expect them to set up, moving the ball behind.
Jess Lindley offloading the ball to Josh Lindley. Jackson Flynn missed beat. Xavier Luna looking to capitalise. Chris Collins taken out of the game. Pass over hoops. K-San Hockey with the quad ball. Early goal for Queensland Thunderbirds. They're on the board, first blood. 10-0 to Thunderbirds. Jackson Flynn recovering control. Exchanging with Xavier Luna.
Bluebottles come out of that 10 down, but with control. Great first start from both teams there.
Flynn taking a sub for Chloe Muir. And Brian Wu subbing onto pitch for Amber Brearley.
Yeah. Wu and Hodge exchange the quad ball up the top, looking to come around on the right. Nice fake from Wu. Very patient player. Luna with the fake. Expect nothing less from the Queenslanders there. Bit of tomfoolery. Nice pass off. Hodge beat. Wu recovers. Bluebottles crowding the Queensland hoops at the moment. They'll wait for Wu. They'll wait for Hodge.
Really good look at the drive and dish there from Hodge. Unfortunately, couldn't capitalise on that, but Bluebottles will look to replicate that.
Wu dances off to Hodge. Lindley doesn't bite. Collins looking to break free of the Luna hard press. And there's the tackle from Luna. Off he goes. Collins in. Wu driving. McMurray with the dunk, and Bluebottles are on the board. 10-10.
Excellent play from Chris Collins. He recognised the need for Bluebottles beaters to make a lane, to open up that side hoop. McMorrow with the cut, and they couldn't handle that physicality from McMorrow in right next to the hoops. Queensland are really going to have to push him out of the way. Goals called no good.
Simon Spann insists the ball went through the hoop. I don't think that's the issue, Simon. Notoriously honest player.
In that play.
But good signs from the Bottles. Great patience from Wu. Simon Spann tearing up the field. Supportive Luna. He's through Brian. He's on the floor. Lindley beat it out. And Bottles will cover. Great D. And McMorrow down on the foul.
McMorrow down and would look like to be a short goal for him. That's unfortunate for Bottles. Probably one of the X-factor players for their team. Brings a level of intensity and experience that their team needs. That's unfortunate.
That was really tough to watch. I don't think there was any contact or beat there. I think he's gone down all on his own. He's a very tough customer, Brendan McMorrow. We'll see how he recovers in this. Or I'll hope that he can continue. What do you think about the first couple of plays while we got this play?
Yeah, interesting tactic from Queensland there. Simon Spann taking an aggressive route, driving straight into Brian Wu. Brian Wu with an excellent tackle, and Bluebottles defense scrambled for the ball there. Great awareness from Colin Yu to take out Lindley early to secure the quad ball for the Bluebottles. Bit of a rush offense by Queensland. I definitely expect them to show a bit more experience in that half-court set compared to the Bottles. So I'm interested by that first offense. We should see them settle into the game a little bit more later on.
Yeah, totally agree. And you can see the Bluebottles, despite being a little less experienced, showing their full physicality on force in those first couple of defenses. You know, people like Chris Collins, Brian Wu, going to be very hard to break through. Just interesting to see Simon Spann in a very central role, which is not somewhere where you typically see him set up. You definitely know that he's able to play that role.
McMorrow coming off the pitch now. Injury to the knee. Hopefully he should be okay for the rest of the tournament, but this game it looks like he will probably be out. It's a big loss for the Bottles early. Hopefully it doesn't stem too far into the tournament.
Who do you see coming into the keeping lineup? Or was Brendan actually chasing, potentially? Yeah, he was with the white.
McMorrow was in the chasing lineup. Looking at the Bottles reserves, there is really only one beater who is one chaser, Mayu Kawaguchi, who can fill in. Unsure if Tom Russell will take that approach or if the male quaffle players will just share the load more. Giacomo Abuba coming into the game. Another real X-factor player, really for me a like-for-like substitution with McMorrow, with his aggression and willingness to take the game on, I would say. A really important factor for Bluebottles.
Full of fire, isn't he, Giacomo? We love to see it. He's well known in the New South Wales game as a dynamic fast breaker, so really excited to see him take the pitch for his debut. You don't want to make him angry, that's for sure.
Simon Span with the quad ball. Slows it down for Queensland.
Chris on the left!
Offloads to Lindley. Chris Collins making aggressive inroads. Elects not to beat Lindley there. Makes a play on Creffield. Good tackle from Hodge. Ball on the ground.
Brilliant tackle from Eden Hodge.
Great defense from Bottles there.
You can see the Queensland beating lineup struggling to contain Collins. Sheer athleticism.
Muir will be looking to offload some of the intensity on Collins there. Agbagba around the hoops. Offloads. Ball
Good.
intercepted.
Good strong hand there from Lindley. KSN Hockey brings up the field. See Kim Parry come on for Jess Lindley. Lindley and Wu dancing and weaving.
Collins taken out by Luna.
Great play from Xavier Luna. Lindley drives and dish, and Muir cleans up Simon Span.
Muir and Collins looking very solid around the hoops here. Queensland have had no really good looks so far, despite their beaters making plays on Collins.
Wu to Wen. Wen driving, high contact there from KSN Hockey. Expectable.
Advantage being played.
Interesting call. Good restraint there from KSN Hockey. Lets Queensland away with the
Abuba driving.
goal from Giacomo Abuba.
There was no advantage call on the play. I thought for sure that would have been a card on KSN Hockey.
Yeah, that's okay. I think good restraint shown from Hockey. I think that's fine to allow the Bottles to continue.
Raj Kapoor subbing in this game. Liz Schultz subbing in for Thunderbirds as well. And Alex Winterborn subbing into the beating game. Nikki Redmond subbing into the beating game as well. Moving behind hoops to put pressure on Muir. Chris Collins making an early beat. Looks to press off this. Redmond will recover the bludger. Can Collins realise? Collins makes the play. Makes an excellent catch on Redmond. Collins creating no bludgers play. Abuba driving.
Great tackle. Great tackle from Josh Lindley.
Brian Wu driving. Loses the ball. Brian Wu's beat. Defense from Thunderbirds successful on that play.
Really excellent scrap play from Queensland there. First from Lindley, then from Kapoor.
Queensland have made a no bludgers play themselves. Hodge, good wrap up from Lindley driving. Deflected by Giacomo. Lindley beat. Giacomo recovers.
And Redmond and Winterborn regain control from Queensland.
Emily McCoy checking in this game for the Bottles. Alex Butler coming in as well. And Zale Briscoe-Hoff coming into the beat again. Excellent ref call from head ref Logan Davis. Zale Briscoe-Hoff slapping that bludger out of the way. Hodge fumbles, drops the ball. Queensland recover.
Solid defense from Queensland there. Really relying on the experience of Redmond to clean up round behind hoops.
Score currently boys at 10-all. Both teams looking very close, but excellent defense. Queensland definitely warming up to this game in defense now. They looked a bit shaky at the start.
Yeah, for sure.
What can they produce in offense? That's my question. Gary Hayes coming into the game. Winterborn looking to cycle a Boober.
It'll be very interesting to see how Blue Bottles counter the effect of Raj Kapoor coming on the field, one of Australia's best shot blockers.
Charlotte Wen being aggressive. Briscoe Hoff making inroads over there. Briscoe Hoff draws the release from Redmond there. Nothing coming out of it. Briscoe Hoff probably able to provide the impact that their beaters needed. Collins and Muir provide a really good impact in terms of raw aggression. Briscoe Hoff will be a bit more tempered. With McCoy here, I expect to see them make a lane for their beaters, for their chasers to drive. Over the hoops to Brearley. Passes off to Butler. Over the hoops, intercepted by Queensland. Probably needs to drive there from Butler.
Great cleanup from Gary Haig. Good stuff there. Queensland showing some real maturity on defence here, I think. Getting very settled into this game.
Elise Fox subbing to the B game for Queensland, and we've had Arabella Barr subbing into keeper position for the Bluebottles. Briscoe Hoff takes the try.
He tried. I love the effort.
Abuba driving down the pitch. He needs a passing option to the left. He's got Butler. Elects to go for the shot and misses. He had Alex Butler driving on the left side, and we were ruining that opportunity. Briscoe Hoff creating an excellent fast break opportunity there.
Gary Haig brings a quad ball up the field. It's made an immediate impact, hasn't he, since coming on? Great work in defence and almost getting a goal for Queensland as well.
His positioning in that wing position to drive from really put pressure on Bluebottles.
We know it's a position he's historically played for New South Wales, coming in off the 3 position and driving in really dangerously. Sort of position you expect Cooper Fitzgerald to play for the Tongues.
Brings down here. Could be calling some contact on Briscoe Hoff from Capello there. He didn't have full control of the ball, they might be calling.
You can see that the Bottles are really keen to try and hit Queensland on the counter with the likes of Collins and Briscoe Hoff racing up the field. And you expect when Jackson Flynn takes the field, it'll be no different.
I think their chasers just need to align themselves to that strategy by positioning someone open on the hoops to pass to, for example, on that last fast break with Alex Butler.
Yeah, of course, because you know it'll be so tough to get past the Lindleys, Haig. Very difficult unless you have that support option. So I think that's what Bottles are missing on the fast break so far.
Queensland's Jason Capello taking a yellow card for a shirt grab on Briscoe Hoff in that contact.
Interesting to see.
Bottles
Amber Brearley.
making a play here.
Amber Brearley tearing up the field.
Briscoe Hoff looking to clear traffic. Abuba driving.
Great tackle from Haig. Cleans up Giacomo Abuba.
Fantastic defense from Queensland. Briscoe Hoff couldn't quite get the second beat on Gary Haig there to free up another second for his chasers. But you have to commend his effort for getting that far involved.
Yeah, at 10-all with 10 minutes down, that's a huge goal save by Queensland in what is it shaping up to be quite a low-scoring game.
And Queensland will definitely be taking advantage of the snitch on pitch battles. Got a ball beat up. McCoy cleaning up beautifully there to prevent Gary Haig from cleaning up that bottle as well. Ryan Shields checking into the game.
Slow is the call from the Bottles bench.
Arabella Barr with the quad ball, moves to Shields.
Now this is a very aerial lineup from the Bluebottles.
Briscoe Hoff clearing up front space.
Oh, close shot from Shields. Looked to go straight through the hoop.
Play. Bottles to ball left. It's still in play. Butler driving. Butler loses it.
Goal to Brearley! Bottles 20, Queensland 10. Great finish from Amber Brearley of ESU.
Scrap and an excellent drive from Alex Butler there to open up that lane. Could be some discussion about it from a potential beat before. I believe Elise Fox might have gotten that beat off.
Just after what looked to be a great goal from Ryan Shields to be called no good.
So called no good beat before. Player was beat before. The shot from Ryan Shields was interesting. From our angle, it looked to go in, but the refs have a better view than us.
Yeah, I thought Paige Collins and Alex Butler were friends, but you think you know somebody. Raj Kapoor brings a quad ball up the field for Queensland.
Tight zone defense for the Bottles here. George Curran making an aggressive move there. Losing control out of it though. McCoy cleaning up there. Takes out Caitlin Lowen. McCoy missing. Queensland content to retain control and remain on the set half court. Not looking for a press opportunity. McCoy throws back to Curran. Ryan Shields making aggressive inroads down the right side. Needs to offload. Offload. Gets the ball to Butler. Looking for Brealey. No goal, misses the dunk. Good pressure. Brealey being out of the play. Good pressure from Queensland. They held their lines and didn't give any openings for the Bottles. Score still currently poised at 10-all.
Could really see the Thunderbirds trying to exert pressure high up the field there, which seemed to work for them. Very interesting when you don't have the sort of outlet that Brendan McMorrow would normally provide there. So already feeling that loss.
Capello generating a lot of impact for Queensland in these few plays. Pass over hoops and missed.
Yeah.
Ref Logan Davis calls for the inbound.
Unfortunate for Raj Kapoor there. I think that ball's just trickled over the line. Very interesting the way Queensland are trying to set up their offense here. It's very direct, and they're almost walking straight into the Bluebottles beaters as they're on their route to goal.
They're very heavily focused on that pass behind hoops to set up an alley. I would like to see them go laterally first and see what they can generate there. You saw when Gary Hay got the ball down at the back right, it was very successful for him to drive in and drew that beat almost every time.
Great beat dodge from Peake, allows him to put pressure on Butler. Brealey cleans up. Queensland press high with the dodge balls. Great tackle from Hockey.
Ball scrap on the ground. Barr gets the ball out to Butler. Butler making an aggressive move here. Can he hold off under pressure?
Great spar there from National Development squad buddies Peake and Barr. And Barr's pass off cleaned up by Raj Kapoor.
Kapoor walking the quadball up the pitch. Xavier Luna checking back into the game. We have Chelsea Marco into the beating game as well. Chris Peake deep behind hoops.
Now we know the sort of stuff that Chris Peake provides behind hoops. He's a very, very slippery customer. Let's see if they can get the ball into his hands early and he can maybe throw in one of his signature steps.
George Curran performing very well for the Bottles at the moment, holding down that bludger.
Kapoor very happy to keep it slow at the top, probably knowing that the Bluebottles beaters are ready to pounce. Good dodge from Kapoor, and the finish is great. Queensland 20, Bluebottles 10. Good finish from Kapoor.
Fantastic drive from Kapoor there. Bottles really needed to step up there and take that pressure early. And they finished with control out of that play.
Unlucky for George Curran there. I could see what they were trying to do.
Jackson Flynn and Stankovic subbing into this game for Bottles. Eloise Taylor and Vera Dawson subbing into the game. Brian Wood back into this game. What impact can he generate again? Very successful starting run for him. He'll be looking to challenge his Queensland line physically again. I think these matchups suit him a lot better.
Marcotte Flynn matchup proving to be scintillating. Marcotte showing she's more than up for the challenge.
Ryan Wood making the drive. Offloads to Shields. Wrapped up immediately by Hockey. Offloads out the back.
You'd expect that to be New South Wales ball. No, the ball goes to Queensland. Ryan Shields feeling hard done by there by the referee decision. Kaysan Hockey really locking down her side of the field, isn't she?
Bottles come out of that with control. looked at pretty successfully.
Marcotte demands the dodgeball back from Luna, and rightly so.
Joshua Lindley back into this game. Luna pressuring Flynn at hoops. Marco and Luna doubling down on Flynn. Stankovic and Flynn playing very tight on defense.
Marcotte and Stankovic take the trade. Hockey out wide, straight to Peak.
Fantastic passing from Queensland. They use the lane opened by Stankovic's trade with Marco to try and make that play, and it worked wonders for them. Overcommitting Flynn to the play on the left side where Stankovic had been opened up. A little bit over enthusiastic now, trying to get the ball straight away. Flynn take it out. Stankovic makes a great move there. Bottles. What a score.
I think we were both watching the Marcotte Stankovic trade, but Bottles are again on the board.
Stankovic recovered blood to control herself for Flynn. Oh, he missed the Bottles goal.
Great goal from Bottles, I'm assuming. Really good to almost see.
Score poise still in range, 30-20 to Queensland.
Go is the call from the Thunderbirds bench.
Brendan Briscoe checking his game first time for the Bottles.
And on the board, so I'm told. With a quick goal.
Bottles in almost 2-up defensive structure here.
Stankovic takes the early beat on Creffield. Lindley with the shot. Skies over, just over the medium hoop. Not a bad option there from Josh Lindley, I don't think, given what the Bluebottles are serving up.
I think he had the room to go a little bit further in. Timeout called by Bluebottles. Game poise very interestingly. I think it benefits Queensland that they're still in range, and due to the depth they have in their seeking game. But Bottles definitely showing that they have the beater dominance in this game, which I thought Queensland's beaters were going to come out a little bit harder. And they're going to have to ensure that in order to get this snitch catch, their beaters are bang on point for snitch on pitch game.
Yeah, definitely showing going into snitch on pitch that the Bluebottles beaters are the ones looking for the fast breaks. So it'll be very interesting to see. Expect the quad ball to flow up and down the pitch going into snitch on pitch, I think. I'm just looking over at the Seagull lineup. I think we've got Sam Chittenden, the second, looking to line up in the yellow. For the game, I really hope Sam can last a long time. I think that'll give us a very exciting snitch on pitch.
I think it'll come down to which team can make the defensive hits the best. Because we will see aggression from both these teams in looking at trade goals back and forth. And I think Queensland are looking a little bit tired almost already. They haven't quite warmed up in this game fully yet. But come snitch on pitch, I expect them to be full steam ahead.
I'm loving seeing the Xavier Luna Jackson Flynn battle. Really good.
Very enticing matchup.
Yeah.
Simon Spann tucking into the game.
Josh Lindley says, back to the white corporal to Simon Spann. I'll take the hoops.
We're 1 minute from Seekers being released. Flynn and Stankovic looking to hold control for their team in that period. What can their chasers do without larger support in that time on offense?
Brian Wu with the
signature
step.
Looking to go Briscoe off. Floating pass not correctly to Briscoe off. Queensland recover easily.
Caitlin Lowen makes way for Jess Head to provide a bit of Lindley chemistry up the top. They got married? Congratulations to Jess Lindley.
Pass over hoops.
Flynn with the clean-up.
Queensland seemed afraid to take that dunk on from the Bottles and trying to go over the hoops there. Not successful so far. Flag runner on pitch. We have Chris Collins against Alex Winterbourne in the Seeker game. Zale Briscoe-Hoff and Emily McCoy poised with control, ready to take up positions for snitch on pitch. Xavier Luna and Ruth Creffield ready to try and regain control and open an avenue for Alex Winterbourne to make a quick catch here.
I don't care what anyone says. I always knew Jess and Josh would make it.
We're driving.
Great second and third attempts from Span there.
Seekers release. Winterbourne taken out early. Cruz taken out, the Bottles importantly still with control. An opening there for Winterbourne.
Showing that signature reach in the end with the catch. Winterbourne with the catch.
Too quick for Bottles to get back in the game. Their beat is not enough long enough that Winterbourne can get a quick catch. Catch is called good. Final score will be 60 to the Queensland Thunderbirds and 20 to the New South Wales Bluebottles. Very close game. I think Bluebottles will take that very well.
Yeah, tough to lose straight out after a performance like that, but yeah, they will take a lot of good lessons from that game.
Bluebottles, as this tournament progresses, are only going to get stronger, so I think they'll be looking to target Victoria as their next main opponent to seal their spot in the preliminary final. Thank you all for watching. This has been the second game of Quadball Australia's 2023 State Shield, with the Queensland Thunderbirds victorious over the New South Wales Bluebottles. Final score, 60 with a snitch catch to the Queensland Thunderbirds, 20 with no catch to the New South Wales Bluebottles.
No cap, cheerio.